Hello, Steve White, TrickBoy89 for Steve Arts89. Well, this is one of the stupidest rumours I've heard for a while. This comes from Doomcock. Well, it comes from William Shatner, but he's repeating it, and it's just sad. He's saying that due to wokeness, the original Star Trek series has been edited on Paramount Plus, and it's not true. Basically, when they remastered the original series back in a long time ago, the first season, the audio on Shatner's monologue at the start was a bit low, and it sounded a bit odd. Now, they fixed it for the second season and the third season, but apparently they didn't go back and fix it for the first season when they released it onto streaming, which I just assumed they had, but I haven't watched it because I don't, I have Blu-ray and DVD, so I don't need to. But apparently they didn't fix it, and Shatner heard it, and he got it in his head that somehow they were trying to censor him by making his opening speech less audible because it says man instead of one, like in Star Trek Next Generation. So it's not that they've censored that word or dropped that word down low. The whole monologue is lower than it should be, and it's only on the opening credits for the first season, not the second and third, as far as I know. So in his mind, he imagined that that's some big conspiracy theory where they, tried to censor him by muting the word man or his whole monologue, which isn't what happened. So basically he just saw this, imagined a conspiracy theory, and then Doomcock went and spread it around that supposedly they're censoring the original Star Trek and they're trying to, destroy our culture and everything. It's like, no, they screwed up the audio, just like they did on Wrath of Khan, when they lost a couple of lines of dialogue. They replaced the disc, and they found a second line they missed, and then they pretend like that was artistic license. They did that on purpose. They just didn't want to, they couldn't afford to send out the discs again to fix the second audio error. So now if you watch the director's edition, the scene where Kirk and Spock go up the Jeffries tube, and it used to have Spock saying, "That's your son?" Fascinating. Now that dialogue's missing again because that was one of the new dialogue they added in, and now there's just the shot of them going up the the action stops for a moment just to show Kirk and Spock go up the Jeffries tube, and the line of dialogue, which was the whole joke, is missing. So, and they're acting like, no, that was an artistic decision. We decided to remove the line we put in after the fact, but leave the video, the audio, the image in for no reason. So this has happened before where audio is screwed up. It's not a huge drama. And like I said, they fixed it in second season and third season, but they didn't go back and do it for the first season, which had they done, Shatner never would have seen it, and then he wouldn't have spun one of his bizarre conspiracy theories, which comes out of being old and mentally ill. Most people who get into conspiracy theories have some underlying mental illness, as far as they can determine. People who are prone to that sort of thing usually have other issues as well. In my non-medical expertise, in my opinion, not medical information. Yeah, so I just thought that was interesting, that Doomcock was spreading that around and that Shatner started it, and it's based on nothing, and anyone who goes back and watches one of those episodes will see that the whole monologue is there, just the level's a little low, and that's it. So yeah, it's really not a story, but I just had to comment on it because even if I'm the only person out there with another video countering this, it has to exist, because you have to counter stupidity whenever you can. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this vast conspiracy to censor the original Star Trek and destroy our culture.